If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football the very country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years old early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West. That's not how that will work out.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their funding and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Virginia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just taking all kind of way Boyka, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2% to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. But when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving about for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of old man, then he want to persecute us. He does going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Then 5,000 go look for lawyer. It was from Kun office, my own son office that I went and signed a resolution. I have many things that why you did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boyka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football the very country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
when he was 12 years old early. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders they need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
President Bouakai 2025 budget will determine his clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the dividend on some of these travels. For instance, I know it can be argued understandably that the overpass bridge that the Chinese government is about to build and the road from Kennedy Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the Puebla, that's true. But it was blocked in the Puebla. President Bouakai's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we will take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting them will join inside and go stand.
Just a final question. Yeah.
So you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do these projects. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government don't waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you step on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on the global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves.
Liberia is in trouble. But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that George Weah is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is a man who will have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in second term. But they didn't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. That's what they believe. You say Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero. In sports? Zero. When I go to Nations Cup now, go to Nations Cup, let's see. Let me see you Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup, I'll give $500,000. If you qualify for Nations Cup, I'll give your national team $500,000. I promise. Your nations your experience in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If the Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again. Leave, resign. Tell me there's no God. I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that ship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person cannot put the nation right.
Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face and idea of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. You know, the economic hardship is very high, and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there, but these are Liberians. In the wake of all of these hardships, they have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace, and if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up tenure positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking up jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah.
Maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until the tenure expires. So be it. That's the law. We can break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic. We're not a democratic period, so we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the one that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
AB, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior is wrong. You understand? We were in opposition before. If you implore poor people that have the minimum.
Let me say hats up to all of you wherever you are and whatever you are doing at the moment. Remember, I know it's not too okay for many of you out there, but with God, all things are possible. The courage we have decided to muster to see our country go on to where it ought to be. Even people who knows we are doing it for them, people who love us, who want to tell you thank you for your level of support you continue to give. Tomorrow, they will tend to appreciate you. And we are right here together to do what we can. That's why we said that indeed in Liberia, never in the history of this country, the reason why we went to war, because we did not face those issues. People always brought issues to us. We never had the ability, or they never made us to understand what are those issues. How do we confront those issues? It was very important at the time, but we did not have the opportunity to do that. So because whatever they said is what we followed, and that's why we went to war. When they told us to fight anybody, we fought them with no reason why we have to fight them. Today, all of that is now changing. We are now facing the issues. We are now having series of programs and things that are going on, the real talk on real issues. You hear about all of that as well. And of course, we are here making sure that we talk about those issues as well. So you see where we are as a people. We are trying our best to give you an enlightened society. Today, I'm very excited and I'm very happy that Liberians can discuss the issues. Gone are those days when they said that the people's business. No, it's everyone's business now. In as much as it has an impact on us, it's everyone's business. And I'm very happy about that. Those people who choose not to follow the path of enlightenment and they choose to stay to where they are for whatever reason, we have no issues with them. Let us allow them flow and let us continue to do what we can for our country. Yeah, you don't need everybody on board before you can fight. Some of our parents practically drag us to school for our own good. Today, here we are. They beat us. They never jab us. They beat us practically. In fact, they both drag us to school because you think I really wanted to go to school. Do I look like somebody who really wanted to go to school? No. Sitting home was the order of the day. Yeah, we wanted to see ourselves. In fact, we didn't see school business to be anything. They had to use food and all to carry out to school. And the only way we went to school. But those were our own good. We didn't like it. We got vexed. Our teachers beat us. Again, we got vexed. Everything they ever did in the classroom were angry. But it was for our own good. So today, don't feel bad. Anything you do, people will be angry. But it's for their own good. So don't have a problem with it. Yeah, leave them. Focus on doing what you can. Don't be scared. Don't think that they will. Don't fight for that. In as much as you are doing it according to God's mandate, and you are doing it for their own good, don't be scared. Do not be scared. Relax yourself and move on. With God, all things are possible. So I always like to tell you people all of that. We are right here tonight. Grateful to the Almighty God for the life He has given us, and we are going to work together for the good of our country. This is the Republic of Liberia, where His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka is serving as president of this republic. And we are forever grateful to the Almighty God for everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah, we are grateful to the Almighty God. So let me say what's up to you, fantastic students. Welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain that we attend tearing you apart, we will just tell you sorry. That sorry sometimes is mistaken for regret. No, we don't regret our actions. We mean everything we do. And so we are here. And we are very grateful. And we have only one topic tonight. But before we can get to that topic, let me just announce to you activities of the class for today. We have our regular cash giveaway a midweek and jackpot. It continues. So we're going to give pretty close to 20K to 100K. That's the threshold of it. So you can start playing. And we've talked to Radio Entertainment that they need to broaden the scope because times are hard. So they are trying their best now. We had a hectic meeting because we think that most of you should be able to win. And we are trying our best to make sure that happens. So we are very happy that you are right here in class. And you can be playing your game, winning money. And then we are moving on. We are not going to be scared of anything, and of course take it, and that's it. So the star 799 star 100 hash, that's the code. Star 799 star 100 hash is the code to play with, and we can assure you that we'll be able to give out 20K up to 100K tonight. We told our guys already. You know, many people, the times are hard. People don't want to take risks and so forth. So that's why you see, and that's why. But again, we told them that they have to do what they can, because that's the only means our people can have something doing. And so when you get that, then you manage it. You'll be able to use it well. That's good. So please try to do that. That's one. Two. Yesterday, let me say congratulations to our president, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai. Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, congratulations to you. Yesterday, he got, in fact, his EPS guys were able to take 2 brand new vehicles to him yesterday. And yeah, so he now has 2 presidential vehicles. Yeah, and they are all Lexus LX 600. And so if you were to Google it and know the value of that vehicle, it's very much expensive. That's the vehicle that they were talking about, that they wanted to bring, where Jeremiah Kun got to get it, but the president has come. I don't know whether Jeremiah Kun will come. But why they use say people cutting down everything on us? The president is buying brand new cars. I don't know what's the priority in that. Boakai talk about wasteful spending. George Weah left good cars, brand new cars with him. Today, Joseph Boakai is taking our country money and buying brand new cars so that he can use. So brand new cars are already in country. So I want to say congratulations to our president for your new car then that you just brought, and they are in country already, and you can enjoy it. You know, that's the thing. So for me, I don't get problem with our preso. Yeah, I don't get problem with our preso, because when you gave our preso that leverage, and that's why he determines what he wants to do, what is a priority or whatever it is, that's it. So he determines what is priority for the country. That's the whole thing about presiding. The presiding determines what's the priority. And so he determines the agenda, what to go on, and of course, those are things that we can look at. So that's the presiding. So Mr. Presiding determines the agenda. Yeah, so we think, Mr. President, enjoy your new cars. Yeah. Your brand new fan cars. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best, Papa. Papa, enjoy yourself. Nobody get time for that thing. They can be talking here and there. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. Ambassador Prince Yali Nyanten Pako. You can play star 799 star 100 hash. That's a code to play with tonight. And I can tell you for sure we get there. Yeah. So that's it. So preso. Thank you so much. Ali, you get your own car now. So that we move on. We are getting there. And no, I didn't tell you say LX 700. No, I didn't tell you 700. I told you it's not, LX 700. I told you it is LX 600, something like that. Yeah. Right? Yeah. 2025 model. Yeah, 2025 model. And LX. That's Lexus. But LX 600. But they get it quite a call. Now your technique you're gonna be using now, And so I think for sure now your technique you're gonna be using now. We have given bulletproof car to our president. That one is for presidential. And now your team where you can sit down, you go get ready, you just Google internet all over the place. Is for our president, for his comfort, for his protection. And I think it's good. Yeah. So, thank you, Mr. Prezo. We appreciate you for that. Mipa, when good thing happen for the country, we'll praise the president. Once it comes to car business, and our president need to be protected, and I will tell God thank you for him, so that he can enjoy his cars then. Yeah, it's very much good. We are getting there. looking for a car in the country. You'll be sitting there, you'll be protesting all over the place and be passing around. Our president needs to be correct. Yeah, so all right, so thank you. We pass that and we leave that one. So we get keep playing your cash giveaway. Tonight class is just tonight class is just one topic. And the topic we are on tonight is due specifically with what happened at the Supreme Court today. I know you have heard every other version, which are equally good. And well, I think my own opinion, I call it my opinion because that's what I think. That's what I know. And I don't expect that you will just grab what I know, but you will also go and grab what I know and think about it the other way and ask other people too, so that we can know. All right? Yeah. So that is very much good. We are very grateful to the Almighty God for today's activities at the Supreme Court. So I followed the hearings, the arguments that were proffered, which is very important for all of us to note here. There are key issues that I would like for us to talk on here concerning what the arguments were about. The major issue that was the bone of contention today, from what I sensed and know, it was not Article 33. The major issue, which was the bone of contention, was Article 49. Because you have to get 49, Article 49, to now deal with the other issues about Quran or whatever it is, the other person compelled this. There must be an Article 49 that already established. And there is the Article 49 that sets up who becomes the speaker. In fact, before the lawmakers can convene, when election is over, the first legislative action they take at the level of the lower house is to determine leadership. So they got to satisfy Article 49 first before they can go anywhere else. So right after election, the first legislative action you will see them taking or lobbying with each other, passing here and there, doing all of those things. The first looking for leadership, the Article 49. They got to satisfy that one first. It is as a result of Article 49. If Article 49 is satisfied, then we can now go into Article 33 and decide now looking at quorum, what can constitute quorum, simple majority. So it is the Article 49. As a result of satisfaction of Article 49, then you can now deal with Article 33 to determine, because Article 33 is saying after you have satisfied Article 49, then you can now come to the issue of quorum, because at the quorum there, they are telling you for the man who comes from the belly of Article 49 to have that authority to conduct business in Article 33, he must have first satisfied Article 49, which of course have to talk about leadership. The speaker is the presiding, and to remove the speaker, you got to get his number, all those things. Now, the Constitution, is very clear on that, and which of course is very important from everything that we're looking at today. So I let you look at things from the other side to see where is this, or where really the noise of this whole thing, where really it is. So we were looking at Article 49, because Article 49 will tell you who's presiding, who's doing this. Then when you take that presiding and then you set that presiding into 33, because the 33 says that, look, the presiding, he can only operate with a quorum, right? That is a simple majority. Article 33, simple majority can have a quorum. Then The person who going to preside over that quorum is the presiding, and that presiding must come from 49. Then, if that presiding is there with that minority, and he can still get a quorum, or whatever it is, he can't get that quorum. All he can do is, all the people who are not there, they don't even say, go for the majority, like the Chief Justice said today, which of course are very smart. He said, there's nowhere in the Constitution that they said majority. Nowhere. The law only said, go for absent members. Because the reason they are talking about absent members, let's say for instance, let me get it clear. Let me put it clear to you so that you get it. The reason they are talking about absent members, not majority, the Constitution, the framers of the Constitution couldn't have shot themselves in the leg to say simple majority 37. You have 73 lawmakers, 37. If you have 37 to do business, how many persons out? You have majority that will be out, but yet business will be done. So the Constitution forgot about that whole thing about majority must be compared. No, the owner said you must go for absent members now. If, like in the case of Speaker Kofa, who has 29, the absent members that Kofa only need from the rest of the other people there, Kofa only need 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Kofa only needs 8. That the only absent number that Kofa needs for you to do business. He doesn't mean I'll play the majority. That what the Chief Justice was very clear to Councillor Vani Sherman and said, look, the Constitution, there is nowhere in there that it mentions majority. It says that if you can find a quorum to operate, you can adjourn on a day-to-day basis and compel the absent members. That absent member that only 8 Kofa needs to satisfy and do business. That's all. So where the whole majority block comes from? No. For business to be done, that is the number. So, the noise that going on, people talking all kinds of things. So now you get look at it and say, oh yeah, some of the things you can get reason, and then you want to ask yourself the question that people will not be able to reason well. Because the issue about law are reasoning. There's nothing outside. That's why you see the paper they used to solve problems in the villages and towns. That reasoning. Do you know day when we never had a court system? That reasoning. They just used to implore. They solve problems. That's how our people operated during those days. Reasoning. So if you don't have good sense of reasoning, and you can't say that you say you won't be a lawyer, forget about whether you go to school. But once you don't have that intuitions that will stick you to sound reasoning, it's a problem. So the questions that were asked today, and first of all, there were 2, right? So you have the informants and you have the respondents. The respondents were Councillor Vani Sherman and the majority bloc. Now you have the informant. So there were questions asked the informant, and I see many of you passing, some of you passing around with that. But the issue about the informant, the court was mainly concerned about asking Actor Johnson, who was trying to make the argument, the opening argument for the informant, and in Kofa team to say, look, what is the mandate that we gave that these people then violated that you're talking about? We need a mandate. That's all. So that's where the press Arthur Johnson. They said, but you haven't shown us the mandate. You haven't shown us any mandate. But again, in closing, for the Arthur Johnson thing, I want to say thanks to His Honor Justice Winkins Wright. The old man is sharp as though he's in his 40s. The old man is sharp as though he's in his 40s. That was quite excellent. Perfect collabo. Perfect collabo, because he played it out, especially appearing before a priesthood that he once served in before. It was quite an easy thing for him to have dealt with the issues, and he did well. He did well. Now, there came in Vani Sherman. Councillor Vani Sherman. And I don't want for people to say, oh, Vani Sherman, this, that, yet, and then. No, you can't, these people, the legal profession is one that you got to treat people with respect. That's the man's level of argument for his clients. I think there's legal profession that are in, and I decided to join and so forth. I know there are cases that I personally would not like to, just jump into whatever it is, because I know these are the very questions that you have to answer, because when you can't stand Then you representing your client, and then the judge is looking at you as a lawyer that while the client sitting down. Then you are advocating on behalf of your client. Then they start choking you as though you are the one that doing it. And you must speak. You must give reasons as to why. Why? It's because you are the legal advisor for your clients. So there are instances where your clients may tell you, say, look, they are advice you give me, we're not taking it, we'll look for a different law. Is left with them. Because now you're advising, they tell you, say, no, we're not taking it. We're not taking it. That is what it is. We'll look for different, and I want it left with them to do. But Councillor Vani Sherman was caught up today with something that he had nothing to back up from today. We still wait for the court's ruling, and we look at it. And there were other colleagues sitting around and say, look, the Supreme Court justices, they are trying to cover up their mistakes. That's why they're asking the man tough questions here and there. That is no tough question. Simple things those people were on today. The court gave us rulings, and then they went. As to what happens there, the court does not know. But like I told you yesterday, I said the court does not look for. You think the justices not reading newspapers? You think the justices not know that they went to the Capitol and then they bow Yeke Koluba car, they start bowing to hold inside all kinds of, you think they don't know? You think they don't read? You think they don't read a newspaper that Famula went and stood and called one of them how do you call it, what, Lagos Talker or what thing? You think they don't know? Oh, you didn't hear the Chief Justice saying this is how chaotic the conduct of you people have made this country to be. When in the whole wide world we are receiving public condemnation, that's chaotic. When in the whole wide world a person of stature, one of our own, is being described in a demeaning manner, but a lawmaker, that's chaotic. You know, she was speaking to Vani Sherman and said, Vani Sherman, you said there's no chaos at the legislature? Okay, let's leave that. But she was more specific about the chaos it has caused in the country because of what they were doing. And she asked simple of some, all of them. They were there, they're looking at Vani Sherman and just what they call it, because there's no balance. The issue about law, it doesn't matter what it is. If you get something you can hold on, go for it. But if you have nothing to hold on to, because your reasoning will not be the reasoning of the court, and you have to convince the court. Your appearance before the court is to convince them. That's the tax you have. You have to convince them why they should give you this. That's why in every application made before the court, you have a prayer. Do you know what they call prayer? Prayer is subject to answer. It's subject to whether to be answered or not. That's why when you go to God, you don't demand when you go to God. You go to God to pray. Prayer means you have no demands to put forth. No, you can't demand. That's what they call a prayer. You are praying for it. That's why we can't hold God in account when we are praying to him for him to do something for us. We don't hold him in account. So every legal pleading that you make before the court, you need your prayer. Wherefore, in view of the foregoing, blah, 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 blah must be done. This one must be done. This one we pray this honorable court. You'll see the kind of prayer that's in it because you got to pray. And when prayers are not convincing, you can't get an answer. It's very simple things. So you must pray. Now, you must set before them. You must set before them and you pray. You are praying. I pray your honor. I pray your honor. I pray your honor. You are pleading. And that pleading that you are doing, you must convince them, because the convincing that you have to do must be tied to the law. In our sympathy. Oh, I beg you. You're not begging them. You are praying before them. And that prayer must be in line with the law. That we want you to see the law this way. So let's go on and then see where we are. Vani Sherman appears, makes an application, and I makes his argument before the court. I said, no. The whole thing that's going on down there, Your Honor, there's no violation. The guys are clear. The guys have their majority. And once in law, in politics, you know, he carried politics. Now we're discussing law. And the court was more concerned about the Constitution. And said, look, the Constitution recognizes politics. It is the Constitution that gave grounds to politics. As to how you get elected, it comes from the Constitution. As to how you can be removed from office, it comes from the Constitution. So how will you now say politics will override the law? So I will come to certain points, but I will leave it for now. He was simply trying to tell the court that these people, majority, he keep mentioning majority, and the Chief Justice was able to make that clear to him that there's nowhere in the Constitution that talk about majority. And we're able to state that one clearly, right? I was able to state that one clearly. And he simply went to the court, asking the court, and telling the court, not asking, but telling the court, oh, these people, they are in majority. At the time of their majority, they decided that indeed they no longer have any vote of no confidence. Vote of no confidence is it in our law? Does the Constitution say that indeed to remove a speaker, you just need to cast vote of no confidence? Is that what it is? It's not there. And there is a constitutional lawyer right there and saying those things. Now, it does not say vote of no confidence. Whatever vote it is, it must be expressed and it must be tested through the rightful procedures. That's what the court was talking about, that there's procedure. Forget about the vote of no confidence. They are parliamentary era, but on our system, like Justice Kaba said, on our system, there's not in a vote of no confidence. If like in the UK or so forth, they'll tell you the vote of no confidence, the Prime Minister is gone. But like on our system, there's a rule that you got to follow to remove the presiding. You must get that number. You must get a threshold. That is what it is. Not your group of people coming together. You can even be 100 or whatever, like the Chief Justice also said. You can even be thousands and so forth. You come together, you say you're in majority. It still does not give you the grounds to have the authority to exercise what you people did. And everything is ultra-virus. But Vanik Shemon kept on that. That indeed the deputy speaker. You know, when he mentioned the deputy speaker, and I said, but you guys, I think they slipped big time. It was being a little bit more argumentative and made a bit more sense, but not to that extent. If they have kept Thomas Fala there, and they said, look, let Thomas Fala be here, he's our guy, since the speaker does not want to, which of course they don't have authority to call the speaker, it is the speaker that have to call session. It is the speaker who has to call session. It is the speaker who has to tell session, please try to call session. They didn't say majority Brahma go sit down and call the speaker to session. It is the speaker that's supposed to call session. That's the rule. Their own horses rule. Because he is a presiding. Every presiding has the right to call the meeting to order. So how is it possible that Vanik Shemon will be sitting right there in the very courtroom where he practiced, that's his life, and where he lived throughout his entire life, and then say that the majority, when once they call the speaker, and the speaker say he not coming and refuse. Who's supposed to call who? That's the one question. Who's supposed to call who? The presiding, right? The presiding is the one that's supposed to call. So even if you want to remove the presiding has to call the meeting, and then it must be held. And Vanik Shemon was making some flimsy and weak argument as well, as saying that, you know, it is a speaker who can make the agenda. So if the people are even made the agenda and then give it to the speaker are not going to let it prevail. So Vanik Shemon is telling us today in this country, my people, since National Elections Commission is the one that can conduct election in this country, since National Elections Commission is the one that can conduct election in this country, and any political party or independent candidate or whoever have problem with the National Elections Commission, since they are the one, we should not go to them, but we should just run to the Supreme Court. No, the law says that if you get problem with electoral issues, even involving the very National Elections Commission, you got to go to them to lay your complaint. You can get problem against the magistrate in the county. You got to go to that magistrate and lay your complaint. So Vanik Shemon's argument was very flimsy and poor. I don't know in the reasoning of the court, but that's my thinking because we all saw it, and that's what I'm saying. So you could see exactly he could not be able to convince. Maybe I don't want to speak for the court. He was not able to convince even people from within, laymen who were there, as to what really the logic he was preaching today. Because if you are saying that majority people must go sit down, they must call the presiding who's supposed to call for session and say come. Then you said the deputy speaker there, and let's some of the things that Vanik Shemon said again. Vanik Shemon was quick to say there are precedents. Then you want a political precedent, which of course have to do with the Senate. He said, I have experience in this thing. What is the experience that Vanik Shemon talk about today? That the Liberian Senate, where he said at the Senate, It is the vice president who's the president of the Senate who presides. But if the vice president is not there, the presiding is not there, he said the pro temp, who in this case will be the deputy, is the one who will preside. Again, the Chief Justice have to say that is done through the spirit of coordination. There is no day that Jeremiah Kun will be in his office and section is about to go on. And Yomri Kanga Lawrence say, oh yeah, Jeremiah Kun not coming. I don't want to come and sit on the prayer. No, before Yomri Kanga Lawrence presides, even if Jeremiah Kun is in the country, except that Jeremiah Kun is not in the country, then Jeremiah Kun will tell Yomri Kanga Lawrence that I'm leaving and section has to go on. And of course, Yomri Kanga Lawrence will preside. But if Jeremiah Kun in the country, even in Nima County or whatever it is, Yomri Kanga Lawrence will have to call Jeremiah Kun and say, oh, Chief, Mr. Presiding, in this case, Mr. Presiding, session is on tomorrow. I don't know whether you'll be able to make it in time and so forth. You gotta even go to your boss to ask. The boss will say, no, Yomri, I will not be there tomorrow. Please try to manage section. Then Vani Shema was saying, when the speaker not there, the deputy preside. So Saint Thomas Father went on the other side. Then there was a quorum majority. Then there was session. Vani Shema, why will you say such a thing? Is that something that you can even tie into the current scenario? Because, and you know that Fonati is in country. Fonati did not tell Thomas Father, say, I will not be able to come to session, Thomas Father. Please go and chair the session for me. Vanishema, all that time you were in the Senate there, did that ever happen? Where the vice president, at that time you were there at Joao Taylor, yeah, where the vice president said that XYZ, yeah, and that is what I would do, and I would not be able to go then, about Chia just walk out and say, oh, I will just go preside. Is that what it is, Chief? You know, these arguments are very essential. It tells you the level at which people will reach in this country to maybe, you know, disgrace people, disgrace themselves. So Vani Shema was pushing such an argument before the court, a sound court made of sound judges, people who have practiced law, they ascended to judgeship and all those things. They are reading cases on a daily basis. You appear before them as a seasoned lawyer, one who is reverent and of course, an excellent. In fact, every one of us will get a great deal of respect for him to allow these lawmakers, I don't know whatever it is, for them to what they can know. He never had to allow himself go that low because the people sitting there, they are not lawyers, but they can reason. They are not lawyers, but they can reason. So if Vani Shema was saying nothing before the court, again, the Chief Justice have to remind him and say that which you reference in your counselor, it is through the coordination at the area there. Not just normally just wake up one day and say she's going to have session. Because what they go, no. And the most simplest and elementary thing that Vani Shema said, which of course does not hold our oil, is Vani Shema acknowledges that Kofa was still presiding. And people cast vote of no confidence in him. Vote of no confidence does not hold on our constitution. There's a threshold and there's a rule. There's a way it's supposed to be done. Vani Shema knows that. He reads it. And he even mentioned as well, one of my students just said, he even mentioned that Speaker Kofa was sitting down in an office and the people call him for him to come. He said, not come. So, when they say you are presiding, when they say you are presiding, that who's supposed to call who? But do you know why the Constitution used that word compel? Because the presiding is with the minority. They're not able to hold session. So as a result, the Constitution gave that authority to that minority because of the presence of the presiding. The presiding is the one that had the authority. So they say, well, it is the minority. The Constitution is clear. Article 33, it says here, it is the minority. That's why they are number. There may even be 10 that went to session that day. There may even be 5 that went to session that day. But there is a presiding. That presiding will adjoin section. And with their 10% or 15% who are session that day, they will compel the other people to come. Why do you think the Freeman said that, Vani Shema? Why? Because you have a presiding. And who they hear one can call people. They didn't say the majority will go on the other side, that they will adjourn on a day-to-day basis, and after maybe 3 to 4 sessions, then the presiding along with the minority will be able to join the majority. Did the Constitution say that to you, Vani Shema? No. It did not say that. I want for somebody to tell me that's what the Constitution said. Did it say, Article 33, oh, you want me to read it for you? I'm going to read one thing over and over. Did it say that indeed, after you have adjourned day to day, because they say the minority, if they can't have quorum, and that's why it is. So that quorum, the minority could be 5, it could be 6, it could be 7, but they still get a speaker on their side. They are able to compel the majority on the other side and tell them, say, you come. They are not able to, but they shall. But the only thing the court says is that the House did not come up with a rule to determine how to do that compelling. That's what the court said. That is what the court said. The House did not come up with that. So if they can get a small number and say the small number will call the other people who did not come, the court did not even, the Constitution did not even mention majority. It just said the small number must compel the other people who may be in majority but they not come. They must compel them to come. Then you say majority went on the other side. They told the speaker, say the speaker must come. What is that? They say a simple majority shall constitute a quorum. They never told you say a two-thirds shall constitute a quorum. They are clear. Simple majority, 37, shall constitute a quorum. That's what the Constitution says. Article 33. Oh, you want me to read it for you? Because I get it here now. They think you're making now the Article 33. Every child here now. Every child they passing around now. The guy Article 33 in their here now. They passing around. 33 for the now. 33 for the now. 33 for the now. Now they play everybody air now. 33 for the now. 33 for the now. What kind of thing they with 33 for the now? We just hear about all over the place. So you have to go 33 for the now. 33 for the now. 33 for the now. Why you call 33 49? 33 for 9. This is what 33 says here. It says a simple majority of each house shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of business. It didn't say two-thirds. A simple majority. A simple majority. Right? Now, but a lower number may adjourn from a day to day. A lower number. That means lower than the simple majority. They can adjourn. It can be 10, it can be 15, it can be 20, it can be whatever it is. They can adjourn on a day-to-day basis. And you know why they didn't even mention that whether that lower number will get speaker and more here, because they believe that number, before they can even say they want to adjourn, there must be a presiding that will adjourn them. That one, but the Constitution, it implies that the speaker has to be there. So that one, they not mention it to tell you, say, oh, the lower number and with the speaker there shall compare. No, they already know that lower number already has the speaker on their side. They can adjourn and then compel. So even if you had a lower number and there is no speaker, they don't have any power to compel anybody. That lower number that we're talking about, if they don't have the speaker, the presiding there from 49, they don't have any power to compel. They don't even have power to have session to even adjoin. They can't. But that lower number they're talking about, they already know inclusive of that lower number is the speaker. And the speaker will adjoin section and then compel. The absent member, they didn't tell you say the majority block. Nowhere in the Constitution here, you talk about the majority block. They said the absent members, whatever the House of Representatives, whenever the House of Representatives, and the absent members, 33, what it says here? Yeah, the absent members, whenever the House of Representatives and the Senate shall meet in a joint section, the presiding officer of the House of Representatives shall preside. Is that not clear? What else there again? The presiding officer. And who is the presiding? 49. That's why when I started the show, I said, let us go to 49 first. When you satisfy 49, then we can discuss 33. Because 33 cannot take effect if 49 is not in place. That's what I just said when I started the show. I said 49 is the one that satisfies and guarantees and makes 33 to be effective, operative. Until 49 is satisfied, 33 can be operative. The lower number cannot have session, they cannot compel, they can't have it. The majority, whatever it is, they go or they come down, whatever it is, they can't have it. There must be a presiding. And that presiding comes from Article 49. That's what I said. When you satisfy Article 49 now, then we can discuss Article 33. This is Article 49. Right? This is what it says here. Article 49, what it says here. The House of Representatives shall elect once every 6 years a speaker, who shall be the presiding officer. They say shall, not may. So it's just comparative. In fact, it's by force. Who shall? They didn't say may. So that means today we'll put a deputy speaker there because they said may. So we're not forced for Kofa to come to session today to preside. So we can put a deputy speaker there because they said may. No. Hey, Vanishamo, you know the language. You know the legal language. They said shall. They said shall be the presiding officer of that body and a deputy speaker and such other officers as shall ensure the proper functioning of the house. Proper functioning of the house. The only way that can happen, the presiding and other officers for the proper functioning of the house. Any other officers not there, it does not lead to the proper functioning of the house. So in their thinking, look at their own thinking now that they say they're going to do proper functioning. They say the clerk. We one of the audio I was playing recently where somebody was saying that okay, that Jeremiah Kun said, what is a quorum? He said the area where you get a chief clerk, where you get a you didn't know Jeremiah Kun reasoning out that he reasoning Jamvani Shema go take and carry down there. You man at Jeremiah Kun reasoning down there, right? That he reasoning Jeremiah that because Jeremiah Kun said what? For it to be a quorum, for them to properly function, you need to get a clerk, you need to get a chaplain, you need to get a one. No! The Constitution is clear that you need even the presiding to be there for the proper functioning. So all that thing you are doing, you're thinking made ready. I don't know, you say made ready when on your side. Oh, the clerk on our side. Yeah. The chaplain, all of them on our side. Oh, Kofa Fini. Who else again? They took all the people, they say, oh, all of them, they on our side now. So, Kofa Fini, who told you the Constitution is clear? What did they say? They said the House of Representatives shall elect once every 6 years a speaker who shall be the presiding officer of that body. Then what they say? A deputy speaker, also to make the house a proper functioning area. Such officers, such other officers, as shall ensure. So all the people that you are collecting, putting on your side, you say, oh, the chaplain, that other paper there who say, I know Israelites, they were now free, that other witchcraft. That other human being there, he know that, look, for the proper functioning to go on, that is what I needed to do happen. Did they do it? Or they just talk about taking those people there, oh, that means the house is going to properly function? That's a lie. The presiding has to be there. You don't just hijack power. That's what the Constitution says here. They say the speaker, the deputy speaker, and other officers so elected may be removed. They didn't just leave it at that. They've chosen the exit. How to get them exited? They may be removed from office for cause by a resolution of a 2/3 majority of members of the House. That resolution will have to be tried, tested. So, all the things you were talking, passing around here and there, you see why it is. Now, since you're not satisfied with this, let's leave it. Let me come post some sense into heads. You know, this country is an interesting country. But thank God people like us, we are alive. And people like you are alive. Because if you yourself never had the kind of thinking that we have, how will you know the good thing? So you must be able to. The reason we are together is because you are already smart. So it's very easy. You are already smart. That's what I enjoy all my students. They are brilliant people and they are very clever people. They're already smart. They know the right thing. They dare try to change something here. They will tell me, say, hey, the other place you're going now, we're not following you there because what? You can't fool us. These people, they are Berean. All the students that I have in this class, they are Bereans. They search to see whether what I'm saying is true before they can even follow it. I trust them for that. Let's come to the meat of the issue. Yes, it. I know there were people who are trying to blame the Supreme Court. Now, the Chief Justice did express a couple of things. She said, you people making it, people insulting us, they're doing all the things. And she was now talking to Vani Shema now. You people making it, they're insulting people, they're talking all kinds of things about. And she was even able to instruct that the Solicitor General should be able to make sure that they have police and security for all of them. Because their lives are under serious threat. And the desperation of people like Rachel Kuhn is able to make these people, because the guy is desperate to the extent that even the state security is said that the madam is asking for, she should be able to trust them. Because the very state security is also involved. And that's the next fear. But I will get to that one subsequently. Let me come on to what Bouaka failed on. What we are experiencing here today is as a result of leadership deficit and failure. Nobody should lie to you that honor our governance system, that the executive will not have a say or somehow in legislative politics. That's a blatant lie. When the play can start, you know where it can start? Election time. When the president is going on his campaign trail, carrying all his stuff there, now who then can be putting on your ticket? He can be going places, lifting the other president on the going on represented, because you know what? The president get interest in who is going to be at that legislature. The president has that interest. That's why they said the Republican lawmakers, Democrat lawmakers, or CDC lawmakers, Unity Party lawmakers. So you will not hear from there. And then you are there to push the agenda of the party. And who's the president presiding over that party? The president of the republic, who's elected at that time. So the president will have interest in who's at that place, who's in leadership there. The president is concerned about that. But the president will not be seen like Bouaka doing now. The president will never be seen. This is complete deficit. Let me tell you, y'all will say that the Supreme Court may have blundered or whatever it is. That's up to you people. And I will not say that. And I believe this is an opportunity that the Supreme Court gave. What the Supreme Court did was to test the leadership ability of Joseph Bouaka. Did was to test the leadership ability of Joseph Bouaka. You know how? So the Supreme Court said, no, you're not come to us. Fonatikofa. In simple terms, now what can we tell you now? Fonatikofa, you can't operate because you not get a number. The other people on the other side, though they get a number, but they can't operate because they not move you from there yet. So all of y'all go and solve your problem. That go and solve your problem that the court was talking about, the court was simply saying that Fonati, go and convince your friend there and get the number that will make you to preserve. Then they went on the other side. Let's agree that the president get interest. You want to interest you want to get, Mr. President? Whoever you want to make speaker is up to you. This opportunity is now yours. Go and find her. Get the number so that you can remove Fonati if you give her. But you must do it the right way, that the only way you can function. Anything you do outside of it is ultra virus. Simple. This was a test of leadership. You may have not seen the Supreme Court come up to say, look, that is what we want for us. No, Supreme Court say you go solve your problem because it is political. So that is political. So when you're talking about politics is strength, is logic, is reasoning. Your Joseph Bouaka failed miserably on the political test that was given him. He did not do anything. That Ellen Johnson said, that kind of thing will fall on her lap. And today we're passing around rather to enforce or looking for police people to be lawmaker. You think that what it is? I will give you a classic story, because the Ellis Tyler removal, I was at the center of the media publicity or Ellis Tyler removal. I was at the center. In fact, I was the only leading commentator. You ask Akara's greater. You ask them. I was the leading commentator for Prince Moi, Emmanuel Nukwe. Ask all of them. I will start in the morning on the TBS. I will go in the net on What's Your View. Everything on Tyler removal, everything about it, I knew it. To the extent that one time, I received a text from Patrick Horner. He had to tell me, "Abi, you got to cool down, you know the country, and report there, they are power business here." And I said, "Patrick, I understand, but let the right thing be done. Let Ellis Tyler recuse himself." Now, that battle was ongoing. It was tough for Ellis Tyler to be removed. Yeah, Garrison Yelu there, you ask them. It was tough for Ellis Tyler to be removed. Ellie knew her government was nearly at a collapse. At that time, we had left the country. You see, Bouaka does not know how to build relationship. That is his problem. And I was suffering him. There is no political enemy. That thing at Bouaka, where you look at everybody to be enemy, that they play a failure started ever since. Where you look at people and call them your enemies. That where his failure started ever since. At the time the Supreme Court came out with that thing, if Bouaka was some kind of leader who really know how to solve issues or remove obstacles along his way so that he can succeed and achieve his dream. You know what Bouaka would have done? Yes, Fonati already struggling. In fact, just small shake up in Fonati camp. DJ Blue jump on the other side, Zinanomon jump on the other side. That's what all the things that were happening already. Instead of you respecting your opponents, Bouaka decided to build up an enemyship. It was not good. What did Ellie do? Ellie knew that Weah had the CDC block. Now, she couldn't have gone to Weah to talk to Weah, and it was a fight in the Unity Party, so it was easy. And Ellen decided to show some level of respect to George Weah. So Weah never wanted to see himself, going out. Yeah, Weah was overseer. Remember, Patrick Horner called Weah on the Bomber Show. At that time now, because the CDC group, they were now a block that were going to support and stay behind. The CDC block, they were a little bit divided. Akara's grade, they were against Ellis Tyler. There are some group there that were for Ellis Tyler. So it was a difficult thing. It was Weah that broke the camel's back for the governance of the country to go on. Ellie made that move. Ellie made that move. But what kind of president will want to say that in your country shut down because of the kind of thing? And it's not by arrogance. It's not about telling police to go flog people. No, you got to respect your opponents. Why we have taken Bouaka to make Fonati his only target? I'm teaching here. Yeah, sorry, I'm teaching. I don't intend to teaching. Why it was, of course, but look, Bouaka is the problem, is the reason why we are here. You all think that the horse crisis, not a horse crisis. But you heard the regime speaker, he came out and said, I'm regime speaker. So why we can say that Bouaka now? Bouaka failed to exercise leadership. Bouaka failed. How did we have managed to make one phone call on radio the next day, the next session, we saw all the CDC men parking behind the next side. I remember my boss, Musa Berede, called me. He said, oh, Ebi, go to the capital. People, what they call Emmanuel Nukwe, what they call now. They don't want to come in, what they call now. All the kind of thing. Even the deputy speaker at the time, on Taro at the time, they're playing out the late Hans Bashu. So all those things, it happened. That's politics. That's the politics part. You don't understand. I can say, oh, the thing that lady politics. Who told you that the politics there? That thing that Bouaka on a politics in playing that arrogance and rudeness and lawlessness that all Bouaka on in this country. It's not politics. But they're not taking the police to be flogging people. Not politics. You know what they call politics? It's the ability to win over people. Your ability to navigate your way. That's why someone will say, I see AB on the other side. Politics. Politics. It's not about dragging AB, forcing AB that makes it politics. Anything other than that, it's not politics. People may not understand these things. Bouaka's deficit. The same thing that happened to CPP. They see Bouaka has no ability. The paper does not have any ability to convince people and make moves. He just thinks by calling people hooligans. Now politics there. Is that why you call it politics? The real legislative politics. Slow down, no way. How it worked. You think you will see the executive there? No, you're not seeing the executive. That's why Bouaka needed to build relationship with other people who are because the whole thing that about the state. So you need other stakeholders to build relationship with, or people in your camp who have relationship with these people. But Bouaka King made everybody enemies. Bouaka made everybody enemies. So as a result, where are we? Everybody was enemies. So how we have solved this problem? That one make it difficult for Bouaka to solve it. And he can't solve it. Where Fonati is? Fonati get men behind him. You can go sit and get a lot of kind of thing to happen. Then you see the Supreme Court, what they call. No. Bouaka failed. Bouaka is the reason why this problem is like this. Bouaka get a budget, he's sending it, and he want a budget to be passed. He know what to do. And Julius just said something one time on a show. He said, the guys are in big error. The guys who are still stubborn and beyond Fonati Kofa are the guys they're suspending. They're not creating sense. You need people on your side. Your target should be Fonati. Draw everyone from around Fonati. How do you do that? By building relationship with those people then who keeping Fonati stay alive. The moment all the people move from beyond Fonati, and then we get it for the now on the other side, it's done. But y'all grab the man, y'all start insulting them, y'all get ready, we'll suspend you. What do they want to tell you? How politics works? Politics, not no. Whoever, let me ask you this question. Whoever goes to anybody to campaign today and tell them, say, you stupid, you can't vote for my party. You think that man, even if he's supposed to vote for your party, you can't vote for your party? Have you ever seen anybody go on campaign insulting somebody, say, you're foolish, say, you can't vote for my party. And you get sense, you will vote for my party, can't vote for my party. Does that work in politics? No, that's rudeness, that's arrogance. The best thing you will ever do, even if that person did not believe in your party, you will go and convince them. That's politics. But what Bwaka have been doing here, that's not politics. That's arrogance. Using the police to beat people. Using the police to set the Capitol building on fire. And tell them, say, all the kind of thing. How does that work? They say politics. Is there really politics you're talking about here? Bwaka knows politics. You know how many removals we are following in this country? That we know the politics is playing, so now you will just see people be accusing the president. Oh, the president ain't the one. The president just do a different thing on that side. She ain't got anything to do. They called. You will never even hear information. Or you will hear information ministry. Anybody carry any question to Jeremiah Pia? Then why? No, the president does not. That is the same thing Jeremiah Pia said the first time Jeremiah Pia made a statement concerning this thing. He said the president does not have any involvement with the lake because during Ellen time, that's the kind of politics they used to play with it. Because you will see the executive will say, no, we don't have any part to play in this thing, and that is it. Because you will not even see the elements of the executive there. You will not see it. To the extent that Eddie have to say, look, that is it, right? What you could do is to go and sit down in honor the same Tyler man, and then ask Tyler to recuse himself, SYZ. That's it. So why we have taken? And Bwaka will have convinced and used his politics, political, and maneuvering, so forth. But rather, Bwaka see everybody as enemies. Then they went and took Tomo Fala. They killed the whole thing. Say, if you were really smart for true, okay, Tomo Fala like a loafer man. Okay, he wants to be a traditional man. Build relationship with Tomo Fala. Tomo Fala, like a man on our side, But you went and say Tomo Fala. Now who then you get there? Then Tomo Fala took into you and told you, say, I get people that are personally made to be represented within the CDC. I get control over them. Then you made them to take those people then up. You see what you did to yourself? That is the wrong part. The arrogance that was suffer you, that why we are to where we are. So when the Supreme Court expected the politics to play, it's not that, look, for us, we're not getting involved with it. Whether president convince people on the other side in our business, whether they won't happy, you're going to solve your problem. That was what the Supreme Court said. Simple thing the Supreme Court did. And the Supreme Court expected that Bwaka would take leadership and say, look, we can now put this issue to bed. Bwaka would have done it. We wouldn't have been here today. So that information money on passing around here and there. The guys are not smart. They don't know how to do dealings. They see everyone as enemies. And that's the biggest mistake you can ever make, to take over power. And you class people who have influence. And you say they are your enemies, you cannot do business with them. You kill yourself. You need them. Even if you want to break them down, you need them on your side. Bwaka's failure of leadership is what brought us here. And that's why we are here. And watch out. You will see the level, the pro marks of his failure. And the Supreme Court may likely come up with something. The kind of way Bwaka proceeding now. You will see, you are already seeing the executive hand clear in it because the police people are going and flog people. Right? All over the place. And I was asking somebody, they say, oh, there should be no interference. I say, but Vani Shema was sitting down there and say they rely on the Justice Minister opinion. Then the Liberian Senate also, a political body, the legislature, separate. They say they rely on the opinion of the Justice Minister. And I want to enjoy the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice said, you see, Vani, you don't even know the role of these people. How you be talking about Justice Minister opinion? He said we get opinions of the auditor, let me say, the Solicitor General, right? Now, this is the opinion. He said every opinion rendered by the justice minister are opinions exclusively and only confined to the president. It got no bearings on any of the other branches of government. So I wonder, at one point, the post said the Supreme Court is interfering. At one point, the Senate will allow an opinion that is exclusively meant for the president, and then took it into section, and they read our opinion there. They took it, they consume it, then they got ready. They said, no, that's separation of power. How is that separation of power working? You took the opinion of the justice minister exclusively for the president. Now, this is where the legislator is supposed to come and say, no, Mr. President, the opinion of your justice minister, no. There's no, we have the judicial inquiry, or we got a judicial inquiry commission or something like that at the Senate. They too will come up with their own opinions and say, look, we have done our research and this is what it is. Can the committee, why we have taken Yomli Kanga Lawrence to have said, look, we cannot take an opinion that exclusively meant for the president and then adopt it here. We're not going to do it. Let us listen to our judicial committee. Let our committee go and come up with its report on this whole Supreme Court ruling and advise the Senate on it. We will vote. Why we have taken Yomli Kanga Lawrence to have exercised that leadership to say the judicial committee will come up with an opinion on this matter, and then they will come up with the opinion and will vote, and they will recommend which way to go. Then we'll vote on that recommendation. On the basis of that, it will be us only. How we understand the Supreme Court's opinion. They didn't do it. They told Justice Minister thing, they carry. The other people told Justice Minister thing, they carry. These are the people that are sitting down here and calling themselves sound people, and we have them down there. Gosh. Let me tell you something that may happen. Maybe something, but on a Bwaka, anything can happen. If the Supreme Court comes up, which of course likely could be, and describe every other thing that those people they did, all they are doing is ultra virus, and that they have not done an iota of thing to remove the speaker in accordance with their law. I can see clearly that instead of the police or the state security being professional enough to start drawing their security details back, start drawing their security back to Kofa and say this is what the law is, they will remain with Kun. They will support Kun. Kun will not turn over this power. I have seen it. This is Joseph Boakai government we are talking about here. Joseph Boakai is the reason why we are here. All the rudeness you see Kun doing here and there, like Joseph Boakai backing it. Because enforcement mechanisms as per our laws, it comes from the executive. All that thing will on yourself for us to reach to where we are today, that Joseph Boakai. Folks, Kun is proceeding wrongly. The guys are wrong. Anybody who open their mouth and say the rating trash can't talk about. I was seeing one. I don't know if you about 10 goes I go down that human being not so even taste anywhere because he not even sound in reasoning. He hair big like that. I don't know how he looking like some kind of way hair big. Nothing good can come from inside here. It's not some big. You see, we don't want to get a small head and good thing can come from inside our here now. The big hair people, then you got to really check inside because the same way really big. That man sat down and wrote some kind of trash can talk about and the lady you know what they got. I go tell the yeah, some kind of trash they man writing. He not even explaining anything inside. That kind of memo be law because he district now. Thank God the poor district now they are sound that why they ain't even bringing out anyone close. You're sitting down there, you're looking at wrong things because of your anger, vendetta that have brought us this far. You're still sitting down there talking no trash. By the way, folks, that's what it is. We will do all we can to do what we can for our country. That's the explanation of that whole thing. So if you're asking me a question, we can only wait for the court. I can't tell you what they will do. I can't preempt anything now, but we just explain what happened there. It's left with the court to make its determination. That is it. But I can tell you for sure what I can pretend is that were it to go against the Kun group, Kun will not get that thing. You don't even know what he could do. That Kun will come move from that office and Kun will force it. He said, I just said in here one time now, Papa, anything you want to do for me to just remediate, let me remediate, but I can't get it now. He said, Papa, but you told me to come here. That you make it, I can't live in there. But Joseph Boaka has everything it takes to take the police detail, everything from under here and give it to what they call it. Tell the chief, please vacate the office. You got to look. Let me tell you the condition I will settle the whole thing. And for Natikofa, we are telling you this. Win. If you win, this is what should happen. Kunen should leave that office, and they must account for all your materials they pull it right back in our office. Your security details should be given. You must be speaker, and you must preserve. Even if there any resignation you will do, you must preserve. You resign and leave it with them. Then we have the next course of action. That the first conditions that are to be laid down, that I read there so for Nati, that the first conditions, the moment the court comes up with whatever it is they want to do, that their business, you must go back in at your office. You go sit down in your office. You what they call whatever it is. You park your car to that same place, and then we come there with video, with camera. We what they call it. We will be doing that because the court will never ever contradict itself in as much as a user war ultra virus. Today, the land of questionings could tell. Yeah. The land of questionings could tell. Thanks so much for everything. And we are sending it here. I'm about to do some draws. And for my people who are watching and who are playing as well. So like I told you, I'm fighting hard to make sure. Then we be able to do subsequent draw again. And so we are sending it getting there. You know, I'm happy for you people. And I'm happy for you people. Sound people we know. And you people are great people. And we're certainly getting there. The law is the law. People are like, oh, we're not getting our sentiments. No, we are being told by our professors that indeed we should not mix law with what? Sentiments. The public should brace itself for what is about to happen. Richard Nangbe Kun may not, I don't want to say shall not, but may not give back that speakership. He is currently flying around with his stolen GMC car. So that is what it is. I am telling you what I think may likely, harshly happen. And I can tell you for sure that's what it is. Yeah. So let me get to the line. Yeah, and I'm about to do a draw. And I caught on one of my winners. Hello, how are you doing? Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, no, let's hear from you quickly, please. No time.
Yeah. We are getting off. You see, the Bible says to gain wisdom you are as a fool. But God failed to play again. After the boat to everything. Yeah, you go and settle this battle. But God not a politician, you're not smart. You say, oh, well, I really admire you. Yeah, for your explanation on the whole matter. But God have blown up Peter. And it is late for him. Thank you ever so much.
Thanks so much, boss, for your contribution. And let me get on to the next caller. The next line is also here. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, we're having this challenge. And we hope to solve it. Hello? Okay. We got up already. Brother blown up big time. We got up. And yeah, brother blown up big time. We got up. Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Emmanuel Instrument Union, Abraham Gosling, William Pekin, and you can take me to most of the other countries.
All right, email, go on. Let's listen to you, please.
Yes, people are the Kun will step down. The moment the Supreme Court can or Kun will step down, if Kun refuses to step down, the citizen will march to him and will remove him by force. Kun will step down. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Let's get on. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening, Hello?
Yeah, go on. We're listening.
Yeah, this is Edmond Carr, the officially impaired guy that keeping Bogafi to the fire to deliver.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
You know, yeah, those are all who are not a lawyer, but following the hearing today, it is clear, you know, if Boaka was a serious government, as he was saying, that really want for his government to move forward, that want for good things to start happening in your government, you should start doing the legal right now, you know, but start doing, setting his purported speaker, that you should just start playing over everything. Then it start restoring for nothing back, you know.
If they reclaim all of the thing, it is boring for all of us. They want more effort for nothing. Restore the man. Let him get by here, position, he get by here office. They will settle it there. But they were not born to become speaker. All he was doing, president. We want the president to be set this time around. In the past, when you push the man around, the man will go and resign, then he leave his thing. But this time around, that was a big bloody blow. Let me say, hats off to Supreme Court because I said it. That has serious confidence in Supreme Court.
The court hasn't come up yet with its own verdict on that. They haven't come up yet. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't come up with verdict, but as I said, what we heard today, when they come up, it's going to be clear in the interest of the Liberian people. For peace sake, for the country to move forward, there's a need for them to come up quickly and to be clear. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that, and we are certainly getting there. So let me get on to the next caller right here. And the female line also, I will try to entertain you. Where do I get it from? Hello, bro?
Yeah. Hello, Teacher Light.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is William, bro. You see, Teacher Light, thank you so much. The topic very, very interesting. You see, today, West Councillor Sherman Day, it was like a disgrace to the country because he teaches the law school. So most often, professor of the law school shouldn't be coming to back those kind of things because there will be like that. Why you teaching the people who in the law school? Well, I know it's not the case. Now, nobody should fool Teacher Light. They should stop fooling people about the politics different from law. It's false. When you look at the doctrine, the politics that we play is attached to doctrine.
Yeah.
The democratic doctrine. And in the democratic doctrine, where you get a central, the classical and the social doctrines. In those doctrines, when you read those doctrines, every majority are being classified into nomenclatures to balance the governance and to avoid conflict when you are governing in a democratic space. That's why if you look at Liberia as a unitary state that having a republican form of government, they give in every stage of the majority, they give classification with nomenclature. Let's take for example, if you look at 1997 election, we had a proportional representation election which was special. Which people voted for Charles Taylor, the percentage he won, he appointed representatives. That was another form of majority, but it was attacked with a nomenclature proportional representation. Then look at the presidential election. Anytime the presidential election is heard, there are someone that may come first in the first round, but that person gets majority, but it is not the absolute majority.
Right.
So they classify that other majority with absolute. Similarly, the House of Representatives, we have none that, for example, 73 lawmakers represented. To have election, you will win with simple majority during that election, but to take the person from there, they will tell you to tear. That another nomenclature they attach to majority.
Yeah.
They will tell you to tear, meaning you must go even more than absolute majority to take the person. Why the doctrine saying that is to elect people, they bring that kind of laws in the system to elect people should not be too difficult, but to remove people should be difficult. Because if you want the democracy to flow per the doctrine, you must make it difficult for people to be removed from power so that they can earn their term. So for that reason, people should vote wisely on who they put there to be their leader. So today, Vanny Chairman is supposed to be one of them. Why I enjoy the Chief Justice, he said, you know the law, but maybe you're just trying to circumvent the law. She used that, yeah, she said it. So people like Vanny Chairman should be educating the people. They shouldn't be looking at the thing, you're looking at the truth, and you're lying. That's bad for our country. Very, very bad, Teacher.
Okay. Thank you,
it
bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. AB Conan, quickly. Hello. How you doing, Chief?
I'm fine.
Yeah, this is Abraham Gosson. We are calling you.
Yeah.
What's up? You play the cash giveaway, the jackpot, midweek jackpot.
Yeah.
How many times you played?
I played 2 times.
2 times. You ever played one before?
I won before that on freedom when even on freedom.
Well, on free. Okay, but leave that. Here you are again, and tonight you just played, and I'm about to announce. What's your name first? Prince G. Clark.
Yeah.
How much did you win when I was at Freedom? How much did you win that time?
I won 20,000.
20,000. And you're going to have a repeat of that tonight. 20,000 again. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Clark.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay,
Thank you. All right. And let me try to see whether I saw AB Corn. Yeah, I was having on here, and this is it. And let me see. Hello, how you doing, B?
AB, good evening, my dear brother.
Yeah, let's hear.
Thank you. Thank you for the show, brother. I just shaking my head. But Facebook quiet. I see the lawyers. Facebook just quiet, brother. I don't know. But AB, like you rightly said, any result that come from that Supreme Court, Boga will not honor it. If it's against them, Kung will not turn nothing over. Those guys, man, made up. I'm telling you, they will circumvent the law. And the Supreme Court cannot implement, can only interpret, and the executive is supposed to implement the law, and they will not do it. That's what we are. All the campaign about our campaign, oh, John, we are is violating the law and this. You will see, Abby, if it go far away, they will not implement that law. I'm telling you, brother. Thank you for the show. We Isa Kofa will not resign. Thank you.
All right. All right, that is it right here. And for me, I know Kofa himself may not have interest in the speakership, but let it be done rightfully. And so that we know that the right things were done. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie, yeah. How are you doing?
Fine. Please go on quickly.
Yeah, this is Asiko, my law.
My lord, let's
Okay, Eddie, to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, made a funny shame. Criminal made a funny shame.
No,
listen.
No, Asiko, my lord, I'll cut you off. Don't call that man allowed.
Hello, Eddie, good evening.
Yeah, how you doing?
Thank you so much. This is David King, and I do join from a small notice resident this evening.
All right, let's hear from you.
Yeah, you see, AB, today, the Chief Justice behaved like the former Speaker of the American Congress, Nancy Pelosi. I have never seen that Chief Justice to be so firing like the way she was today. But I guess that she was seeing this thing because she just tired with the way people are treating the law in this country. To see Sherman being a law professor who taught people like James Colette the law, and James Colette is behaving like him today, and he went before the Chief Justice trying to exhibit that very action. I think it is sad for our country. But we just hope and pray that whatever decision that will be made, unless you're saying that the guy will not tell what is there. Look, maybe that one woman can born crazy Jack. If these people feel that we shouldn't have government in the country, everything should just be like Haiti, then we'll make like be like Haiti. So be it. Because I don't see Joe Buckeye will run campaign about George we are being in F, about George we are being somebody who have violated every law. He do not believe in him, all right? And he, Joe Buckeye, being the one that have violated the law and don't believe in him, all right? Today, listen to the National Human Rights Commission report. They are telling us that for 2024, the human rights abuse is even more than what happened in the past. So that is to tell you, Joe Buckeye is running a government. He's running a government that looks like Idi Amin Dada in Uganda. Okay. Because where you were saying people, NSA agents will just go and adapt people, carry them, forcing them to say things.
Thank you.
I think
so
that Idi Amin started bringing.
Thank you, King.
So
keep playing.
It's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, King. Thank you. Keep playing your cash giveaway, and of course, I just gave one to Clap, and of course, we are still getting there. Star 799 star 100 hash is the code. Let me hear from Leo. Leo, let's hear from you.
Avi, brother, thank you for the teaching. But look, Avi, I have a concern. I was watching the deliberation today. One thing that puzzled me today, when the Chief Justice or one of the judges, when she said, "After this, I will go and get my security," it's very alarming. I mean, for a certain for a country where a chief justice or a judge
raises security issue.
Any ruling of any ruling of hers will impact her life. It's alarming. That's why certain rulings, the way it go when it goes either left or right, these people, man, they know that this country is not safe. The woman is boldly saying it. After this, I'm going to get my security, AB.
My brother, such is the country. When we are recently raised the security issue with the UN people, thank God the Chief Justice was able to affirm that she even needs security for herself too. So everyone else
she said looking
for security for she and our people there. All the justices, she said, we need security for all of us.
All of us.
They threat too much.
And lastly, just to say, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing go the other way. If the ruling goes sway the other way, I wouldn't be surprised because these people got children, they got grandchildren to live for. But brother, thank you for the show, man. Thank you.
So thank you, Leo, for that. And let me come to the female line, and we are getting there. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, AB, how you doing?
Fine. Please go on, ma'am.
Yeah, this is Mamire from Proncos State Street. Yeah, our teacher. You made me to understand everything. Who see in the afternoon or then that he was teaching us. Yeah, let him move from our line because we have our good teachers then that can make us to understand the whole thing. Thank you for your teaching, Va. Thank you. That's God continue to give you wisdom.
Thank you so much. You're most welcome. I appreciate and thank you. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for this program. I'm Patrick Mary calling from Dixville.
Dixville. Let's hear from you, Patrick.
Yeah, they speak up and hold the country hostage. It stayed too long. And I have a fear. I saw what happened in 1990. So the speaker business stay long. If the people don't resolve it, then I will write the American government to the embassy and the United Nations so we can put it.
You just saw it. What? You say you're writing to do what?
To bring about interim government. Because what happened in 1990, I'm a fear.
No, but I ain't be doing interim government. We got everything in place. Things will get in place.
Yeah, but what in place now? Other people don't want to follow the law. And what they are doing is helping other people that may want to do something. I'm a fear because we saw what happened in 1990.
Yeah, that fear would not be. Yeah, it's justified fear. I understand, but we pray for the best.
Other people talking any good decision that the people will deny is not right. Then what will we do now?
You're right.
So they are holding the country hostage.
No, we'll certainly get there.
Continue with the people for the thought, it will be okay. The country.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, you like Willie?
Fine. How you doing?
Yeah, there's a ball of Sabu Rasta joining you for 0.4 to be specific in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
It's a like the play of Kinibuganiza still. Yeah, that's why I want to use the public media to commend my lawmaker on Musibo, who stood for the cause of your life, because in the difficult time, it's just difficult to see a lawmaker who has district carried out functions here that have been denied. You're like, can you imagine where in this world you're like, the constitution is clear, you don't need rocket scientists to interpret come to you. So that, we don't know who, but we get understand. The constitution says to tell majority, it doesn't say majority, so you have to see people call and say majority blood lawmaker, educated people call and say majority blood lawmaker to your life. That's why I believe in God, because the Bible says, for the love of money is the root to evil. You have money and power, blood is lawmaker eyes. Lawmaker who's supposed to be our interview tonight today, call and say majority black members. You're like quite frustrated and disappointed. Even the opportunity.
Thanks for your contribution. Man, Sisi, let's hear from you, please. Hello? Yeah, let's hear from you, man.
Getting me here.
Yeah.
Me say thank you for the show tonight. Lo, I was wondering, AB, what is the people going on the kids you sharp people at the photo today? Because they said they were eating you bottle, they were talking trash. They must go sit on the people today in the court today, they'll say to listen to the point who say today, the argument there. Why people say eating you sharp or talking the court. So go sit down to listen to the point who say today. That is bad for me. And me say kudos to the post, to the old man, our mother, Janet Yo. Mr. Cruz will challenge you in a sponsor. We told her, we say, your interpreted matter. Do not rub it in a mosque because you'll be living. So interpretation shouldn't be in a mosque. The care butter that the law should be the law. All the poor do is also when the poor told them they had a quality or say, oh, what the woman made, they say, they all put on the side of rent. So like, what was trying, oh, what a place. Instead of going to get, well, you said, going to get money to them to go and pay everything. But I can't go to the poor, I can't challenge you for what she did. She's too on ground. And speaking simple, even we are all student woman today. And we say, who else today? Next time we will learn their lesson. You can go back each myself for this conference, even your resign. But let you show them lesson. You know it's enough with tire. Let them do the right thing. And now, but let them show them lesson. What they're doing is wrong. Let work out there. You know, tell leadership. What for all? What they're doing is wrong. So, see how good you're going to let place. So, I know I dare hotel. To show our money, like, so to show your rest. And so, let the poor telling you, go back. But we pray that let it be the end. And we'll get you back to continue. What you have in the open, then they go back to start up. And when you say you resign, you resign. So thank you for the show, my friend, tonight.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to the next one. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, boss, this is not where you ought to come. And this is a female line. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, Teacher Light, good evening.
Good evening. Let's listen to you, please.
This is Boma Wooden. I join from Manchester 13 resident to village. Teacher Light, you know, Barney Sherman is trying to tell our children tomorrow when they go into school, when they get on campus, they should be the one to call the teachers or the proprietor to put them online. Instead of the teacher or the proprietor put the student online, but the student will be the one to be calling the teacher not to be putting them online. That's what you're trying to say. Because you had a speaker who's supposed to call for session. Then you telling all that the law because we will call the speaker for session, Barney Sherman. I see why the people of Kema put him out that kind of for a manner in which of course today according to him say reserve for politics. But let me say to our mother today for the half of question. You know the question when when the woman ask the question, I was just like shaking my head. And let me say to you too for the analysis tonight. I was watching you live and I enjoy the way you put it too. Thank you very much for the time, teacher.
All right, we thank God. Keep playing your cash giveaway star 799 star 1 on the hash. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
Teacher Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. I chico my lord, when you call me, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm for you to be quiet. When a lawyer down there, I'm not saying right for you to disrespect any lawyer.
Okay, okay, to the point. Yeah. Fanning Buduyami Shemo again. Fanning Shemo, you know, seasoned lawyer, and he know the constitution, and he been in the house, a member of the house, former member of the house. Then he looked here the constitution. Then he said that the majority, the so-called majority, will call our speaker. No, they're vanishing more. I think the law in land, I got money. Yeah, that one made he went out president, he ran for president so many times, he never won. And again, that what people voted him all for Cayman country because he's not a lawyer that deal with the constitution and know the law where it's supposed to lay. That when the money, he got money law because he's a corporate lawyer, he pre-law for company, he pre-law for millionaire. So it's not lawyer, that not law whether in day, that they are for money. So thank you for putting me in the time.
All right, that is it. So I think we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Let me come do one more draw again for somebody to get money again. Like I told you, this time now we have told the guys we need to get more winners on the show. So keep playing star 799 star 1 rush. I will soon call one more winner again. And get yourself ready. 888-24-5901. Get yourself ready. Let me get on to Medicine Yadolo. Medicine, let's hear from you, please.
Hey, AB. Good evening, honor sir.
Yeah,
thank you for the
let's
show.
hear from you, boss.
AB, I want to thank the Supreme Court, the entire bench, the Chief Justice, and all the Associate Justice
For their questioning,
the
not for their ruling. For the questioning.
for the questioning. AB, we are not lawyer, but from the questioning of Vanny Sherman by the Chief Justice. Look, you could say that the so-called majority bloc is in the wrong. It's in the wrong. Look, the woman made Vanny Sherman to look like somebody who is not even a law professor, like somebody who has not even gone to law school before. She was teaching Vanny Sherman practically. And thank you so much too for always coming to do the needful by explaining in the simplest way for those of us who are not lawyer, legal practitioners to understand.
Thank you. This is one of the things why Vanny Sherman is looking the way he's looking today. Because when United States sanctioned him, all the foreign businesses in Liberia, including Firestone, Asila Minta, that used to have contract with them, they all terminated a contract. Because America will not sanction you. Then any company that does deal with America do business with you. That's Vanny Sherman is looking like today. Thank you.
Thanks, Medicine. Let me get on to the next caller right here on this dial. I'm soon to call this winner. Hello, how are you doing?
Good thing.
Yeah.
Ebi.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Ebi, for having me on a platform. CRC Mana M. Topa Jr. of the Intellectual Club, District number 14.
Go on, Ebi.
Well, Ebi, let me appreciate you for your every night analysis you bring to the Liberian people. That's brilliant. One other rate. You know, Ebi, I grew up listening or hearing the name of Councillor Vanny Sherman as being a corporate lawyer, one of the best lawyers in our country. On a recent day, did I realize that all of the things I heard about him was all fake, and he just been in the media for the wrong thing. That's the reason the people of Kima rejected him, you know, because he's a lead lawyer of these guys, in the majority block. Youth parliamentary proceedings, you want to unseat any leader, you have to take your bill to the chamber, to the plenary, where you're going to place it on the floor. That it should be argued. I think you'll raise an issue, or one of you could raise an issue that the speaker should recuse himself. But for you to go and have a kwasa meeting, and then you are trying to subject the presiding officer to come to you, to your call, I think, I don't know which other law is that. If he's a law professor, I think they should try to revoke that his professorship, that he should go teach, because he's going to be teaching law. But the back one is, the last day as I leave your platform, this is something that's very genuine and inspiring my feelings. And I think Mr. Bwaka needs to rethink his psychology about this country. Yesterday, the brutality we observed against students who went to protest for their teachers to return to class because they are not paying the teachers or whatsoever. I don't think whatsoever things they were arguing for. The police had no right to have used tear gas and drag students that were in uniform. Just imagine, this was quite inhuman. This government can
and of course, so let's just stick to the speakership issue. Thank you so much, Iman. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, good evening. AP Goffin, how are you, my dear brother?
I'm fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
Okay, this is Gao Ibrahim Jion, and I'm following your conversation from Caldwell. District number 15.
All right.
I want to thank you so much for your talking program discussion first of all. You know, the support ruling will be in favor of Mr. Kofa, and I know exactly. For me, I'm supporting the majority bloc, which is led by Honorable Number 2, and I know very well. I don't care how long they start saying what I cannot take the proper dialogue, and I know very well that Mr. Kofa will resign from that position. And I know that the majority bloc, none of the members will set on Mr. Kofa as Speaker of this country again. Thank you very much, my brother.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Hello. He said no. The majority, he said the Supreme Court rule for Kofa, but you know a man will stay there. I don't know why Kofa will resign. Hello, how you doing? So y'all know the wrong now happening, right? So you know they will rule against your man. Kofa will resign because your man is not willing to go on Kofa. Okay, granted. I like that. Hello, how you doing? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, how you doing? Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah. But maybe this is our Samuel. I just had discussion for Omega Market and legacy of President Weir. You know, they also learn to maybe that need a call Vanny Sherman. Why you still mentioning that in the legal arena? Why you put the legal arena? I can't retire at me.
Why?
You see, Vanny Sherman, that law, they want to learn way by.
But wait, why are you blaming Vanny Sherman for this? You're blaming the lawmaker that would do their own thing on that side.
The law want to learn way by the law they used to dupe the poor Obama.
Boss man, the man is just trying to defend, let me say, make a case for his clients. And how he understands their position, that's how he's pushing it. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you, Eddie. That's the same way I'm from my looking at resident.
Yeah, let's hear from you, Sam.
Eddie, It was very disgraceful today, the manner in which the Supreme Court justices question Councillor Sherman.
So what is disgraceful about that? They're just asking questions. That's all. Simple. Anybody will ask any lawyer question.
Yeah, that's true. Every legally they will ask lawyer question, but when you see a lawyer is struggling, then sometimes it brings to mind the level. But then I think for those of you because few. For some of us, we are not lawyer, but no, we are criminal justice practitioner. So when we are the law order, we are not innocent to the law. I think a lawyer is not only responsible or go in court to plead for a client. A lawyer is also on a responsibility to advise the client when it comes to the legal aspect. But what we say to the justices, I think what they did today, we expect the country to go further. Because if the anything on the contrary, everybody will feel it. It means including the people on the Supreme Court bench. Thank you for the opportunity. We pray and that will remain, and Kofa will be the victorious at the end of the day.
Okay. Thank you, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate. Elo, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm fine.
My thanks for the nice deliberation in educating our people all other than the best, can understand you.
I know.
But brother, somebody has said, so that the Liberian people would know the real talent-driven people, the chief clerk and the rest of these guys, all these law breakers calling themselves, lawmakers, so that we can know that tomorrow, the history will judge them for what they are doing to the nation. Because it's just about self-aggrandizement. They don't care about the people. It's just about themselves. But if we the Liberian people will know, and we will still wait. We're not going to be jubilating on we're not going to, rush. We're still waiting on the Supreme Court to bring down their verdict, whatever they say. Well, I love the rest of the rules. Whatever the people say, we live by it. We want it to come from the top, and this is what we all, expecting.
You're right.
So wait, the other rest of the people, you gotta know this is a country of law. So you're keeping all Banishama responsible. The man is there to plead his case of the people, of the client. How it works. And, and even when we were here, the Obama care that you talk about today, it's about negotiation. What happened? McCain went down there, and because the president Donald Trump was going and often a nasty thing about the man, they went down there and turned the vote down. Now, what Obama cares to just stay for the American people. That's democracy. Don't get guess with somebody going and taking the case of somebody else. Well, God bless you, brother. Thanks a lot for educating our
so
people.
much. Yeah, well, I'll tell you that. Like, the man is making case for clients. Yeah, that's how he sees it. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Ibi, my name is Mohamed A. Fofana, and I do join from New Georgia, Kawa, New Georgia.
That's the for you, Mohamed.
Uncle Ibi, thank you so much for your topic on the discussion. Me, I don't want to talk on one issue concerning about Vanny Sherman. One name is a real law, how they call it, lawyer.
No, not to that one. Not because you want to go down there. I'm not a lawyer.
No, the man is not a lawyer.
No, for what? I beg you.
So go to school and
Check to what you want to. Check to you want to. I don't say the man a lawyer. No, I will not take that. Hello, how you doing? And
yeah, William Jabi Wuru, official spokesperson for the Liberian movement.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Let me say thank you ever so much. Everything that going in Liberia, we are following you every day and night, and you are doing well for the Liberian people because everybody will not go to law, but the way you will present it, some people will be able to have interest in it, and this is why you do every day. You make it that the layman go out there understand what everything that is going on. So I need to thank you ever so much. God bless you, really, and give you long life. Thank you.
William, thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that. The next caller, we are certainly getting there. Please keep your phones on. I'm calling people, they are off. You have to keep your phones on. I got to reach you as well. Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, thank you, bro. AB. How you coming on?
Yeah, fine. If you play, keep your phone on, please. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Fanny Kiadi, 1 million. We are saying follower of Abraham Gossin. We are.
Fanny, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to pray God for you. Let God give you long life. Let God protect you and your family. Let God protect President We are.
Amen.
Yeah. And also, I want to tell Vanisha man that we all come from Kema, but he really bring this way to us. Because Vanisha man was supposed to be the godfather of Grand Kema County. But the reason that Vanisha man now win in Grand Kema County is you see Kematinian, when you tell them something, they will never forget about it. And the reason making they not carry him. So they kind of law that when you are practicing, what you are telling the young people that are coming after you when they want to pass a law. So the way financial man are proceeding in this country, they're just supposed to resign and go and sit down because they're not practicing nothing. Nobody will follow their footsteps. Because you see the chief, then you say and are black. And see, so
no, that's the law. Let's leave that one there. Let's leave that one there. Hello, how you doing? That's the man's job, and he's doing it. Hello, how you doing? Yeah.
Good evening, Ebi.
Let's hear from you.
Ebi, my name is Ishmael Kamara, and I call you tonight from Painesville. So let me appreciate you for the program tonight once again. But Ebi, I really wish to say in a very common mention. But what is happening in our country? I think the so-called ancestral majority bloc, they have an intent. And their intent is to create chaos in our country, which of course, we know our past, we know where we are come from, and the kids that are going to school now, we hope for a very good future for them. But then, what is also very much appalling is the fact that they are being aided and abetted by this president, Joseph Numa Boakai. And this is so much power for our country, wherein they came out to say they want to remove their own speaker. They don't have the majority, they don't have the number to remove him, and they actually even fail to go by the procedure that is outlined by our laws. But then for him and his justice minister to go ahead to aid and abet this process, I think that is very much unfortunate. But then the very last test that this president is having now is when the ruling shall come up from this Bureau of Information, there will be another test for him as a president to prove himself to be a leader, because he has been noted his own record to be a failed individual everywhere in leadership, everywhere his own record for failure. So at this point, you need to prove himself, you need to be able to exonerate himself from where we believe that he's not capable enough to lead anyway. So if and only if they really come up and they really go against his regime speaker, we want him to please take away all of our properties. I'll call it our properties. The property that are being given to this speaker. Take away everything, and that we can be able to see the recognized speaker by law, be given the recognition by this president, and that we can be able to move our country forward. It's so much bad. I don't know how to say it tonight, but our country is not proceeding well. We're having a very bad picture outside there. We are even looking forward to seeing investors, but can they come under this kind of a climate? So we just want to urge this president that if they really come against him, because it's he versus Kofa, it is the president versus Kofa, but it's a process. He has pushed the majority bloc to fight Kofa. So if the particular ruling come out and then is against his favor, please remove everything from Richard Kun and go to Kofa, and that he can instruct them, the police, to leave Richard Kun and give protection to the proper authority, and that we can be able to move our country forward. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for your contribution. We appreciate that. And we certainly getting there. And this one will do. And I'm still trying to call. Keep your phones on, like I said. Hello? Hello? All right, this person will do. Okay, let me get on this line. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, thank you, AB. Thank you. Let me say good evening to you, AB, and good evening to the family. AB, today, our country credibility and integrity was restored again. But anyway, for the recognition of my mentor, I'm Pokat Robert, and I join you from the quarters of this evening. Right. But AB, today, AB, today you see the smiling laboratory that we have come back to life. And Sialenjo very did it. And some of us who are very optimistic or mental AB. I said it in the morning on your sister station or where Israel was on. I say, if you can tap nobody, fearlessness to truth, you must don't tap Sialenjo. It's somebody that some of us we have been following in. But they got many people leaving well, you're not from our party, but been following your legacy. And the woman is poor in that. You saw funny Shemo clattering today. If you say that it is not a chaos that happening for the purported and unconstitutional behavior of your them or what it is the incident for people brought into speaker office. Is it not chaotic? People calling one of our colleagues a record talker. It's not chaotic, funny Shemo. How do you want to classify chaotic? If people go and put on lasting lawmaker at their own ground, it's not chaotic. But you see the minority black, as we call, have been very civil and obedient and respectful of the law. But today, you have day of great thing, and I'm going to give it to her to the fullest. She and colleague, I mean the 4 benches. Finally, people, we know for us, we will tell Mr. Shemona, or not they said to him for the age of Methuselah got nothing to do with the wisdom of Solomon. So there's nothing that the truth and the wisdom that we see that you get to defend and say, went to them or they say they were beating your head. And people every said it, people every saw this end before even can begin. And then what somehow we are proud students of the class. We are proud students because anything you teach us. And we say that just now one of my Oma in the community I called Joya man. She said, "Oh, Poga, you already finished." I said, "Yeah, finished." Oh, hello.
Yeah, go ahead, say finish.
Yeah. No, let me tell you the joke. Yeah, just now one of my Oma. So I was coming. She said, "Poga, you finished." I said, "Yeah, finished." So she said, "Oh, the melon move." I said, "What?" That we take personal people say, "Oh, there. It's a state position. Anybody that occupy that position, you are a property of the state. We take move. The world will see that if anything goes wrong, it will be on the head of Reteku and his brother. Then the world will no longer, the evidence is beyond.
Okay.
Now, everybody has talked about the conclude. Thank you for your acknowledgement. It will always be a proud student of your class.
All right.
Thank
you, my brother, for your contribution. Yeah.
This is the voice of PSI, and I join you from Sukne de Chauffeur.
All right, let's hear from you, Chief.
In the weather, all you see, what I saw today is a singer that the ruling will go in the favor of Speaker Kofa.
Okay.
Now it's standing. I've gone to my guys because my guys got push. I already arranged with them so that we can collect all the trash we carry in the Speaker's office. So that we can load it on the push. So we can escort him back to where he came from. So for me, whatever you were saying, that my plan I'm making you don't care really cool now. You don't have to worry. Already been getting chatter or push waiting for him. So that when some people finally come out with a ruling, we will just collect all that trash that is roasting in the town.
No, hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
Good evening. My name is Biba Sandy, and I'm phoning this evening from Chicken Soup Factory.
Okay.
Well, Eddie, thank you for your talking point again tonight. The issue of Councilor Van Sherman, for me, I know the Omen is doing his work because the Omen got to look for the man because he been all a job.
Everybody got a work to do now.
Yeah, so nobody will blame him. If some of them sincerely they are loyal and they know that they are in the wrong, so the party will push them around to get him mad. So he's not scared for them. You just go there, he's defending them, but he knows he in mind that they are proceeding wrongly. So I mean, he just got to call him money. That's all about it. Thank you.
All right, thanks, boss. And I think he's doing his representation the best way possible, so we can all appreciate the effort of Councilor Van Sherman. He did quite an excellent work for his clients. It may not be pleasing to you, and we can only critique it, but we can say he didn't do his job that he ought to have done, and I wish he did. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, Abraham, we are here calling you from Kings FM. How you doing? Yeah, how's everything, Papa? It's not easy.
Yeah.
You working, eh?
No, I just relaxing.
Oh, well, I thought you working. I thought you relaxing to go to work in the morning because people like you get job in this country.
No.
At least you get a job doing. Or people that get it, you get it. Yeah. Yeah. So what's your name?
James Pine.
James Pine?
Yeah, Pine. P-Y-N-E.
Oh, James Pine or J Pine?
Pine. P-Y-N-E.
Yeah, which one is the first name?
James.
James Pine. I'm from James Pine Jr. I don't know. I can't see you again. Anyway. You know the party friend. Yeah. But anyway, no problem. You play the cash giveaway?
Yes, I play.
How many times?
I played 3 times.
3 times. Have you ever played and won before?
No.
And you still believe and have faith that you're going to win someday?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, James. What kind of work are you doing, sir?
I'm a fisherman.
Oh, fisherman. I see. Yeah. And I want to say you resting small. What are you in there? You can go. Now you James. Let me say congratulations to you. You won 20,000. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
At least, man. Finally, you won. At least. Okay, James Pine. All right. So I want to say thanks to him, Pine. Yeah, Pine is a fisherman, and I better do something good with that. But how many gallons of gas? Yeah. See, James Pine. Yeah, that's it, folks. We gone a bit more, but again, we can only say. In closing, the rest of you are calling several of you your numbers. I don't know what's the issue, but again, we'll be able to call you up. But we want to say we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that's happening in our country. And I can only appeal to the president of this republic that whatever comes from the Supreme Court, let dignity be restored to our country. Let pride be restored to our governance system. You don't have to be pleased with every decision you make. Honor, we are administration. We have lost elections. He accepted the results, not only the 2023 election, but even that election that had to do with Thomas Fowler, where we are ran campaign and said that Bena UAD, blah, blah, it is Dillon, we're not going to win. He accepted it and moved on. 2019, we are accepted it. Dillon won, he moved on. You don't have to be pleased. When it comes to the law and respect for constitutional democracy and the rule of law, you don't have to be pleased. You just got to accept it. The same way Liberian people are not pleased, Mr. President, with your governance style, but we got to accept it and move on until 2029 when we can make another decision. We are not pleased, but we got to accept it, whether we like it or not. That the same way. You don't have to be pleased with who is elected to be speaker or what. You just got to work with it. That is it. You can't have your way all of the time. It can be. Mr. President, look, we are running this country, and in my own candid way of talking to you for the first time, maybe, and you will get more of these kind of candid way of talking to you. That is if you can really put our country back. We're not saying whether you develop the country or whatever. Just the simplest thing I ever need for you, Mr. President, is the respect for the rule of law. If only you can do that, Mr. President, whatever you're doing now, well, we can do all of those things because it's already happening. We can't do anything. Just the respect for the rule of law, Mr. President. That's the only thing. That's the only hope. That's the only way we believe our country is safe. You have a Chief Justice calling for security, for protection, for justices. And Mr. President, is that the level at which we have gone on your watch? And you can tell these people that I have had 42 years of experience and none of these things you people are doing, I ever saw it. Mr. President, please. We are appealing to you because you know why this appeal is very essential? Because the peace of this country is what guarantees our security. And all these things you are doing, your team doing, you get a rebel leader in Gregory Coleman, SOD man, untrained human being, passing around, shooting people. And this is what it is. This man has damaged your administration to the extent that you are in agreement with him. You know what he has done? For the Chief Justice to sit down and be talking about, oh, I need security for myself now. You know what it means? Someone at that level, it elevates and it highlights the level of insecurity in the country. It sends fear everywhere. For the justice to sit and say, what is Solicitor General? I think we need security for all of these people and we need security for ourselves. Amen. Why is that? Is that why you have brought the country to, Mr. President? Please, I'm begging you. Please do this one thing for us. We may not have food to eat. Our children may not have schools to go to, but at least the security of our country is very essential. And that can only thrive in the wake of sound democracy. It is what? Respect for the rule of law. The rule of law, when they say respect for it, you can respect people. You may not like them, but you will respect them. I don't have to like you, Mr. President, but I will respect you as president. When you come in like that, you see, oh, what I call you today, and respect you. I call you Mr. President. Hey, you see me giving you respect because well, I don't really like your style of governance, but I will respect you as president. Forget about hey, all the things now I'm gonna be talking here. I will respect you as president. I don't have to like you because what the law says I should, and we're gonna respect you as that. Why you can't let one thing go? Kofa don't want to be down there again. Because rather sense clearly, Kofa doesn't want to, but let the right thing happen. Tell the opponent, say, I don't need noise in my government. Enough is enough. We got more time to go. You say them withdrawing. All the things are happening. We need to do all we can, Mr. President. And that's my candidate appeal to you. You may get your people who you think like you, but again, I think we love you the most. And we have tried our best to demonstrate that by the kind of caution and, of course, the way we address you. Right? So thank you so much, Papa. So there is it. And we certainly get in there with God. All things are possible. And again, I want to wish you all the best and to have